stories that have proved your faithfulness. I've seen miracles my mind can't comprehend. There is beauty in what I can't understand. Jesus, it's you. Jesus, it's you.
What has meant most to me on this missions trip is just the opportunity to come with a team from our church and get to know everybody, to see students step up in ministry, and to have the opportunity to partner with the team here on the ground and everything that they are doing in this community. This is a semi-restart, and it is just neat to be a part of that, and to see children coming when we had the Saturday event here and everything that they enjoyed. And I have just really enjoyed this trip.
I believe you're the wonder-working God. You're the wonder-working God. All the miracles I've seen are too good to not believe. You're the wonder-working God.
Being able to watch the kids interact with all the people without even being able to actually communicate, but still having fun together and showing them God's love.
Because you love all the miracles we'll see. You're too good to not believe. I can't resist.
So during this Costa Rica missions trip, I was a monster for one of the puppet skits, and it was fun because it was like a funny way to tell the kids about Jesus, and they seem to really enjoy it, along with like being the puppets for the songs that they do. And I could see them like pointing at the puppets and like, oh, that's so cool.
With my own hands, but just the mention of your name can raise the dead. All the glory to the only one who can.
So some of my favorite parts were definitely probably getting to know the Costa Ricans a lot better, and getting to interact with their children and trying their new foods. And I also really loved getting to know the other youth groups that came with us, and just making better friendships with all the people.
Jesus is here. Jesus is here. Oh, I believe the wonder-working God.
I think the meaning that's meant most to me about the mission trip is being able to like change people's lives, and to listen to other people's lives and see other people's lives from a different perspective. And yeah, I think that's what meant most, in my opinion.
God, all the miracles I've seen, too good to not believe. You're the wonder-working God. You heal because you love. All the miracles we'll see. You're too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. No one like you, God. I've seen cancer disappear. I've seen broken bodies.
What has meant most to me so far about this trip is getting to connect with the kids through crafting. As much as I love crafting, being able to connect with them that way, was been amazing.
Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you tell me he can't do it. 'Cause I've seen real life resurrection. I've seen mental health restored. Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you tell me he can't do it. I've seen families reunited. I've seen prodigals return. Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you
Most to me on this trip is one, being able to share it with my daughter on her first mission trip as well as mine, but just seeing the people in the village and the kids that we've connected with, and just seeing them shine as we share God and Jesus with them.
I've seen troubled souls delivered. I've seen addicts finally free. Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you tell me he can't do it. We'll see cities in revival and salvation flood the streets. Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you tell me he can't do it. We'll see glory fill the nation like the world has never seen. Don't you tell me he can't do it, 'cause I know that he can. I believe the wonder working God, the wonder working God.
I think what has stood out most to me on this trip is how God has totally orchestrated every single part of ministry here, from kids ministry to adult ministry to even the hospitality that we've received while being here. There's so many churches that were involved on this missions trip that we didn't even know, and honestly, we came here not knowing exactly what we were going to do, but God has, put everything together like one huge puzzle piece, and we've all found our spot where we fit in, and we filled in the gaps where we've seen things that needed to be done, and we're just really encouraged by, we feel like the body has totally been used and edified here. So I've loved it.
All the miracles I've seen, too good to not believe. You're the wonder working God.
I liked leading worship for like the devotional services, and on Sunday morning, and leading it kind of like bilingually, even though I wasn't the one singing in Spanish, but like listening to all the voices sing and like engage, and knowing that I was kind of like part of that. So it was kind of like a shift from being at home and just being on the stage, and then working with like different churches to do that, and just sharing a lot of community with everybody in the group, like in the evenings and stuff like that. I thought that was really neat.
All the miracles we'll see. You're too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. After everything I've seen, you're too good to not believe.
The thing that's meant most to me about this missions trip is just being able to interact with the different kids, see how they live their lives. I mean, it's a lot different than how we live, but they're used to it. It's cool to see them like playing around, and really cool. You're so grouped.
My favorite part about the trip, or what meant most to me, was I met this little girl. Her name was Teresita, and we saw her like every day that we were there. She was like super clingy, always excited to see me, loved her to death. She started out really shy, but then I just was like, I'm going to play with her because you don't get to be shy when we have a bunch of people there. And so they came back to church one Sunday, and the lady that normally brought her walked out to just kind of watch us play a little bit, and she ended up breaking down to one of the girls there and was just telling us like how seeing the way that I was loving on her kid made her realize that it was something bigger than just us going to care about the children there. It was just something so much bigger and so much brighter. And so they came back the next night, and she actually ended up getting saved because she said the way that we were loving on the children there was just huge.
De todo lugar los perdidos vendrán, en libertad a ti clamarán. Llevaste la cruz, moriste vivo estás, mi Dios, a ti mi vida te daré. Enviaste Jesús por mi salvación, por la eternidad, en ti tengo perdón. Es que la verdad, y te encontré aquí, mi Dios, a ti mi vida te daré. Jesús.
So we are at the halfway point of our trip down here to Costa Rica. It's been amazing so far. This team has done phenomenally. Not only have they come together in a way that I've rarely seen a missions team come together, but they have also integrated themselves in with the other churches that are here. They have become integral in just about every ministry that we have conducted, and they have been a wonderful representation of South Carolina, of Praise Assembly, and I dare say as representatives of the kingdom of Christ. They have shined his light here. I'm very proud of them. I'm proud to be part of it. I wish that you folks could be down here with us, but hey, there's always next year, so just go ahead and start planning now. Thank you for your prayers this week. We are seeing the harvest for that, and we believe we're planting seeds that are going to bear fruit for generations to come. So thank you.
Jesús, por ti yo viviré, de ti nunca me avergonzaré. Te doy todo lo que soy, toma, tómalo.